This is how you get tofu crispy first, then coat it in a creamy coconut lime sauce without turning soggy. And honestly, this is the part most people get wrong. Start with garlic, just peel it and chop it fairly fine. Nothing fancy here, just keep it small so it blends into the oil later and builds that base flavor. Then take your ginger, peel it and grate it. It works better than chopping. It just melts into the sauce and spreads evenly. Now chop the onion, keep it fairly fine so it cooks down nicely and doesn't stay chunky. Now for the tofu, pat it dry really well, like properly dry. This part seems small but it changes everything. If there is moisture, it won't crisp. It will just steam. Cut it into cubes, roughly the same size, so everything cooks evenly. Now add a little soy sauce and some cornstarch, not too much. The soy sauce gives it a bit of flavor and the cornstarch is what helps it crisp up and later helps the sauce actually stick. Just toss it gently, you don't need to overdo. Tofu can break if you are too rough here. Now heat some oil in a pan. And this is where people actually rush it. Let the oil get properly hot first, then add the tofu. Once it's in, leave it. Don't touch it right away. Let it sit so it forms that golden crust. And this right here, this is what makes the difference. Flip it gently and cook it the other sides until it's nicely golden and crispy all around. At this point, it should look properly crisp on the outside and still soft inside. That's exactly what you want before it goes into the sauce. Take it out and set it aside. In the same pan, if there is too much oil, just remove a bit. Then add the onion, garlic and ginger. Let that cook for a few minutes. Stir it occasionally, you'll start to smell it. And that's when you know it's ready. Now this is where it starts building real flavor. Now pour in the coconut milk, give it a stir and let it heat up. You will see this turn into smooth creamy base. Add the sriracha, a little cayenne pepper or smoked paprika or red pepper flakes, some soy sauce and maple syrup. This is where everything balances out. Heat, salt, a bit of sweetness. Let it come together. Now add the lime zest and this is where it starts to smell really good. And the lime juice. Mix it in and taste it. You can adjust here depending on what you like. More heat, a little more salt, more tang or a touch of more sweetness. Add the tofu back in along with some chopped spring onion greens. Gently toss it so everything gets coated. You don't need to overmix, just enough so the sauce wraps around the tofu. Let it simmer for another couple of minutes. Now what happens here is the outside softens slightly as it absorbs the sauce, but because you make it crispy earlier, it still keeps that light bite. At this point, the sauce should look creamy, slightly thick and really smooth. The contrast is what makes this dish stand out. You get the tofu that's coated, flavorful and holds its shape and still has that slight texture on the outside. Finish with more spring onion greens and some chives on the top. Serve it hot with rice and if you want, a little extra squeeze of lime juice right before eating brings everything together. And if you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my Ginger Garlic Kitchen channel for more simple home-style recipes. Thanks for watching. Happy cooking. See you next time.